All right, Grover Cleveland, we are back with another drawing tutorial request. This one is a request for an elephant. So, we are going to start by drawing lightly, and we're going to draw a nice sized oval for the body. We're going to start with shapes and kind of build it up. And we don't necessarily want to see all of the sides of these shapes when we're done, so we want to draw lightly. And the other benefit of that, of course, is it doesn't have to be perfect. You see I have lots of mess up lines. So it's a pretty plump bean-like oval, bean-like shape. And now we're going to do the elephant's head into his trunk. So it's going to be sort of a curved line up, and it's going to come down on a diagonal and curl back up into the trunk. This is probably the trickiest line. It's going to come down straight, and it's going to curl up, and then we can kind of do two little bumps for the edge of it and bring it right back up and curve it back in. Okay, something like that will work. Next, we're going to add his legs, or her legs, and we're going to start and just kind of trace along this side and then curve it out like this below it. Straight down. Oh, not totally straight, a little curved out. Back. And then curve up again. And this time, think of like the letter S for the back leg, okay? See how this is like a letter S, but it's really stretched out vertically? We want to do that starting back here for like the top part of his leg, come down to the bottom, and it'll end about where this line is. So I'll start about here. It's almost a straight line, but it's sort of that S curve. See that? And we can do that over. And we're going to kind of do that S again, coming around the back. There we go. You can see there's almost a little S shape in there. And we can add a little tail in the back. I'll just do like a letter V. And they have the little fluff on the end. And we would also see the back legs here as well that are on the other side. They'd be a little further up since they're on the other side of the body, hence further away. We'll just keep those nice and simple. Now let's get into the ears. So this looks more like an elephant. I'm going to start with almost another S line, but it's on its side. So if this S fell over, it would kind of go like this. Almost. It's not quite an S. Think of it more like this, actually. That's a bad idea, kids. Forget I said that about the S falling over. Think of like a rainbow line, and then it swoops up right at the end. Rainbow line swoops up. We'll start about here. Rainbow line swoops up a little bit, just a little bit. And then that's going to come down in a U, almost down to where the body meets the head, and it's going to come up a little bit. There we go. And then on the other side, we can just see the beginning of the ear popping up a little bit, right? All right, now we can put in our tusks, and then we can start pressing harder on this once we have everything in. So the tusk is going to come out straight about, it's going to go right along with this line and come straight out like a V that's sort of on a diagonal, a very skinny V, right? Good point. So I'll start about there. Comes out further than the trunk and back up. And maybe we'll see the other one peeking out on the other side of the trunk. All right, now we can go ahead. I'm going to start pressing harder. So I'll get my other marker. And I can trace over this. Now that we have all the different pieces together. Now you notice I'm not tracing the whole oval here, right? I didn't trace it here because that's where the leg is. Just the parts we need it for. And then I'll stop it here because the ear will be over it. We can see the back legs. Just taking my time, thinking about craftsmanship. This is a good time to kind of fix anything you don't think you got right exactly the first time. You can kind of, instead of tracing exactly, you can draw what you wished you'd drawn the first time. Okay, this elephant needs eyes. Now the eyes compared to the head are pretty small on an elephant, so I'm just going to do two little lines, kind of right above the trunk here. 1, 2, and they kind of have their eyelids as well. And he's looking at you. He's saying, you want to give me some food? And he needs his fingernails, just like us. He's a mammal. Do all mammals have fingernails or claws? I don't think so. Maybe you can ask Miss Edwards that question. Well, I guess dolphins don't. Dolphins are mammals. All right, and there's my happy little elephant. I'll give him a ball to play with so that he's not sad. But you don't have to do that for yours. You can have a sad elephant if you'd like. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Oops, I messed my ball up. And I can't wait to see what you did in class. Have a good day, everybody.